Frank says the key to change is all in the way we speak to one another. And you say it's not what you say, it's what people hear, right?
I don't think it's necessarily what we say to each other anymore. It's what you said in your intro. It's how we listen and whether we care. And I look around the room, and just so you know how I think, I'm analyzing this room, whether they're Republican or Democrat, whether they're conservative or liberal, whether they're open-minded or intolerant. And I want to know what they think. I want to know how they feel. And I got some of my students here, which is really, really, really cool. I try to teach them, sit with people you don't know, engage with people and ask questions and try to learn, because it makes life so much interesting. And now I have to tell them, if you don't do it, our country's at stake.
How do you address the risk-reward ratio to people going outside their own bubble and talking to people that are ready to pounce if they use the wrong word, the wrong phrase, and say something that's considered offensive?
To me, it's a simple statement, and I did not know this until a few months ago. And now this is for my students there. Silence is acceptance. If you're silent about something you know that is unjust, then you're allowing it to happen. You need to buck up. You need to have the courage of your conviction. You need to be smart about it. But we have to have the guts to speak up. And by the way, I didn't. And I believe I had my stroke 2.5 years ago because I was quiet, because I saw the ugliness out there, because I saw certain politicians speaking in ways that was not just rude and offensive, it was anti-human, dehumanizing, delegitimizing. And I don't want them to go through what I went through. So my mission right now is to speak the truth, is to hear the truth, to encourage the truth out of people, which is why I'm so honored to be here right now. You're a truth teller, and that the truth is happening right now.
What do y'all think about what Dr. Luntz is saying? Say your name and go ahead. I already know.
Hi, I'm Nate Bymel with the California College Republicans. I'm the chairman of the California College Republicans.
By the
Dr.
way,
Luntz.
you're not walking out of here alive.
Yeah. So I could gather. But you know, I followed your work by the way for a long time. So it's awesome to see you, Dr. Luntz. You know, for context, I went to UCLA, and at UCLA, I was handed a list of 15 to 20 faculty members. And these faculty members had all registered Republican and had all secretly said in private, you know, I'm a conservative, I'm of this orientation, et cetera. And every single one of them refused to speak out because they had friends or fellow colleagues who had been passed over for scholarships, turned down research opportunities, et cetera, or even flat out fired for not even expressing a perspective that was not explicitly political but tangential to, you know, their political beliefs. So, you know, with this in mind, I really want to say, I really want to say that it's about unity. It's about coming together. It's about stopping the divisions on both sides. But in all honesty, I see a skew here. I mean, what percentage of journalists self-identify as Republican or academics?
But what's important is,
or media.
But what's important is the willingness to call out your own side.
Mm-hmm.
So I started wearing this unity pin. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think you've got the language right. But it's very easy to say, well, the left doesn't do this or the left does that. Showing courage is actually challenging the people who are aligned with you and saying to them, and I call this referees of decency, having the decency and the courage to call out your own side when Republicans speak in a way they shouldn't, when they're rude and disrespectful. And if you're willing to do that for your side, then you have the right to ask, are they willing to do it for their side? Because in the end, we're on the same side.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.